By the way, I got a comment by Grace in the Head saying I really like this channel, but when I click on it, it doesn't show up. I think that means that he must have deleted it or something. No, Grace in Head, I like that comment. Thank you. Hey guys, this is being filmed after I finished filming the video. I just realized that I am. Surprise. And, hang on, sorry. As you can see there, 744 subscribers. So that's... It's really weird. I remember someone was once asking, what are you going to do when you reach that number? I'm about to explain why, but I actually didn't foresee that it would come this quick. And it's the middle of Third Doctor month too, so the video is going to be a bit off. But, you know, it is coming. It's not that impressive now that I think about it, but I figured that I might as well do a little something. And it's also a little lead-in into something else, which is kind of the same thing, but I like to think a little bit more impressive. So, yeah, just look forward to that. Hey, what's up guys? It's probably not maybe your favorite YouTuber here. But before we get on to the video, can I just ask, what happened? I was sitting, today's Thursday, and Tuesday, well, like, I was sitting at a nice, comfortable 713 subscribers, and then I lost one, then I got it back, and then I lost it again, and then I went to bed, and then I woke up on Wednesday and saw 710. And I remember the first time that I lost 3 subscribers, and I freaked out. And now it's just like, oh, well, that sucks. I wonder what I did wrong. Maybe it's people who are upset that I am doing Third Doctor month instead of a Captain Underpants video. Then all of a sudden I'm at 711 again. 711. Then I'm at 713. And then all of a sudden I'm at 717. I'm like, whoa. Oh, wow. That's cool. And then all of a sudden I'm at 719. And 722, and at this point I'm like, wait, whoa. This can't be right. This can't be right. Because, like, I'm super glad that this is happening, but why is it happening? Is this some sort of glitch? Like, people sometimes tell me that YouTube will, like, they'll go to find, like, subscribers who, like, I don't know, subscribers that, like, need to be removed for whatever reason. But, like, this seemed like to be the exact opposite. Throughout the day, it just kept going up, and I was just thinking, like, something's way off here. Well, like, is my name is Rowley just going around making a whole bunch of accounts and subscribing to me? Like, that's always awesome and stuff like that, but then I'm just scared, you know, because then that means that if I upset that guy and he wants to unsubscribe, and he goes ahead and unsubscribes with all of his channels, all of a sudden the number goes down. Then I hit, like, what was it, like, 734, right? And then it starts going down. There's at 333, 733, and then 732, and I'm just like, oh, okay, I guess it was some sort of glitch and it's fixing itself now. It goes back up to 733 and 734, and I'm just like, what the frick? And now currently, I'm at 743. So, I'm not complaining about this. I'm super glad that it happened, and I hope that's, like, actually not a glitch or whatever, or not, like, just, you know, on average, I'd say that you know, it'd be nice to even just get, like, 1 subscriber a day, and all of a sudden to get, like, 33 within 24 hours? 25 hours, maybe 26, I don't know. Just, thank you to everyone who just subscribed, I guess. Welcome to the party. Tell your friends, share the videos. Okay, time to go pick my bottom 5 worst Third Doctor stories, but please don't unsubscribe. Alright. Which ones to pick? I don't freaking know. Okay, let's see. Spearhead from Space, no. Doctor in the Cellars, no. Claws of Axos, no. Inferno, no. Terror of the Autons, no. Mind Date. I'm worried that now that I mentioned it, it's all of a sudden gonna undo itself, but whatever, I guess I'm just in for whatever ride it is now. Alright, I just kind of went through my collection and picked out stories that I thought that I didn't really enjoy as much as the others. So, let's just get into it, huh? That was weird. Dang it, I just realized I haven't even decided my ranking yet. I could just call all of these honorable mentions. Alright, I think I got my rankings. I took like 2 minutes to decide, so they're probably going to change tomorrow. But I feel like Paul Richards is going to be a little bit, why did I hiccup when I said that? I feel like Paul Richards is going to be a little bit upset with my first choice for number 5 because I saw it on his best one, but I actually put the Day of the Daleks on here. Why does this sound like something's falling apart? Oh, it's because of this. It's because of this thing. It's like basically a special edition. It's like, it's Day of the Daleks normal edition, but it is special edition. It's just the second disc is the special edition, which is how they all work anyway. Personally, like, you know, this feels really awkward because the Third Doctor didn't really have 5 bad stories, I think. I think, like, his era was pretty solid. I'm just upset that it wasn't the Macra, because it would have been so much more sense, and as I've said before, then their appearance in Frontier in Space would have been so much more effective when they just suddenly show up. It'll be like they haven't seen them since the Evil of the Daleks, and a lot of them hadn't seen them at all, and then they just show up in Frontier in Space, and it's like, oh my god! But instead, no, that big reveal is in the beginning when a Dalek just shows up in the middle of part 1 and just says, "Report!" And I don't know. Like the Daleks, Stewart Review stuff mentions that they just kind of sit in the back room the entire story and they only really get out and kill people in the end anyway. And yeah, the special edition does kind of make it a bit more enjoyable, but if you need a special edition to make it more enjoyable, I'll let you guys figure out the end of that sentence. Number 4, I feel a little bit awkward putting this on here too, because I do remember somewhat enjoying it, but yeah. The monster of Paladin. A lot of people say that this is worse than the Curse of Paladin, but arguably I think that's actually a bit better, which kind of gives away if the other one's on this list. It's 6 parts long, and it is kind of doing the Curse of Paladin again, but the characters are a little bit different, and seeing Alpha Centauri again, like being like, oh my god, it's the Doctor, and stuff like that, it's kind of cool. Especially like the fact that, like, you know, like, yeah, they are kind of doing the same stuff again, but I feel like, you know, especially in the time when, like, in the 70s, where I'm not sure if home media was even a thing, but if it was very rare, so you weren't really going back to see the Curse of Paladin anyway. So instead, it's like, if you have seen that story, then and you would have seen that story like years ago versus like just the months away when I was doing my reviews of it. When you see the Doctor like pulling up the torch to unreveal the door or hypnotizing the monster in the hole, I just felt kind of like a little bit nostalgic. I was like, oh, he's doing the thing that he did last time. This is kind of cool. But yeah, like, it's not great, and I definitely think Day of the Daleks is better. Okay, finally, the 3 stories, just like the second Doctor, the only 3 stories that I actually feel comfortable calling bad are the Highlanders, the Underwater Menace, and the Space Pirates. Finally, we reached the 3 stories in the Third Doctor era that I am comfortable calling bad. And number 3 is, surprise, surprise, I bet you didn't see this one coming, The Curse of Paladin. Just 1 slot below the sequel. It's 4 parts, but honestly, I literally can't remember a single thing that happens. Like, the Third Doctor fights a guy. I remember where he first hypnotizes the monster, but that's only from the Monster of Paladin. I remember where they find out about the torch opening the door, but that's only from the Monster of Paladin, and I remember that. It's like, you know, like where you argue, like, when you remember something, like, that happened when you were really little, and you've remembered it tons of times, it comes to the point where, are you actually remembering it as it happened, or are you just remembering it earlier? And, like, I don't know, like, Joe gets, like, asked out or something, and, like, they just reveal that it was Time Lords in the end, because, oh, that was the Third Doctor in space. And they don't actually reveal it, they just say, like, oh, well, it was probably Time Lords, yeah. And, that's all I remember. Well, like, the Queen shows up at the very end, I remember, like, the very end. That's all I remember. At number 2 is the Mutants. I went back and forth on if this is worse or better than the Curse of Paladin. And I'm just saying that's slightly worse because it's a 6-parter. I thought that I remembered a bit of stuff, but now that I'm thinking about it, I don't think I really do. And I think that a lot of what I remember is just from editing the review. Yeah, like there's like the mutants and the fire and weird rainbow god ghost thing flying through at the end, and the whole like, you know, I don't mean to sound prejudiced by saying the bald guy, but the bald guy in it was a pretty good actor. Just the way that he's like, oh, well, what goes on no matter what? And he's like, well, life. And I'm just like, not really. If something takes out the entire Earth, for all we know, there's no more life in the universe. I mean, like, there's bacteria and stuff like that, and, like, Mars or whatever. I don't know, whatever. Like, I liked at the end of part 6 where they're like, it's an intelligent creature, to kill it would be murder, you know, the bald guy rocks. Alright, guys. I feel like this is a short video. Oh, 5-minute clip, gotta restart the footage. Alright guys, I got 4 minutes left of room on my camera. Let's just get the honorable mention out of the way. I've only got one honorable mention, because it's kind of in my rule book that there has to be an honorable mention. I wish that there was more than one, but Claws of Axos, Special Edition, I don't know. I considered having Carnival of Monsters on here, or, what was the other one? The Time Monster, but that's only because that other people claim that the Time Monster is bad. Josh Schnarr's on his ranking, apparently the Time Monster, it's like considered the worst story. Like, I don't think it was the worst. I think it's probably though just because the Doctor and the Master's TARDIS materialize inside themselves, even though I don't know how it starts out like that, because when it's already a loop, but the Master's TARDIS is still in the lab? I don't know. It's just weird. Maybe when the Master took off it like locked him in, or whatever. He's like, good, now we got him really trapped, but I don't freaking know. Who cares? If he took that out, then yeah, all I really remember is Kronos and the whole, you have been drinking, whatever. Well, and the Doctor is putting, like, balancing forks and cans and whatever. But I haven't talked about the Claws of Axos yet. I even for a split second thought that maybe Planet of the Daleks could go in here before I was like, nah, it wasn't bad. I mean, I don't really think that this one's bad, the good old spaghetti monster. I'm just putting this on here because I find it awkward that this happens before Colony in Space. And the Doctor does travel in the TARDIS, he just travels like a few hundred feet in it. And yet Jo acts so surprised that the TARDIS actually works as the Doctor says it does in the next story. Which, you know, that's the first time that it goes to another planet, but like, she's acting like surprised that they even moved in the first place. Speaking of which, at number 1 is a good old Colony in Space. Do I have this right? Colony in Space. I was honestly just incredibly disappointed by this story. This one, I don't know, like sometimes I even think that it's a bit better than the Mutants of the Curse of Paladin, but I'm incredibly disappointed because this is the first story that features the Third Doctor in space. Because his whole thing is that he's marooned on Earth, but here he is in space, and it just looks like they're in a quarry, and I honestly don't remember anything. I don't remember anything. The Third Doctor, like, picks up a stick and starts beating up some guys, but I only remember that because I saw it, like, in a trailer once, and I remember, like, there's this little squid guy, and the Master's in it too, and I still don't, I remember the episode 1 cliffhanger with the robot. That's it. And yeah, like, Jo's acting so surprised that they're on an alien world, but like, I'd just be like, this is like a quarry, or like, there's just sand and rocks, like, it's just Earth. Like, I talked about this in the last one too, but you gotta at least disguise it, you gotta make it seem like it's an alien world. I mean, like, you got guys in suits, you got the spaceship with the doors literally tinfoil. I'm not even sure if that was this story, so I guess I do remember some stuff as I start talking about it. Hang on, I gotta free up some room, I got 1 minute. There you go, 45 minutes. Okay, much more relaxed. But still, the more I talk, the more I'll have to edit. So, yeah, so those are my picks. You know, I feel like it's gonna be much like, you know, like from what I've heard, the 6th Doctor and stuff like that. You know, it's gonna be the opposite. I'm gonna be struggling to find good ones, and I'm gonna have to really defend the good ones. He Who Moans / Stu Bagful. Hang on, just a little bit of a thing, because I communicated with him once, because He Who Moans / Stu Bagful, I remember watching his older videos, like his really older videos, and if you go back, you can find a few of his, like, really first videos, but his first ever one, the Asylum of the Daleks review, well, his first Doctor Who one, isn't there. A whole bunch of his Series 7 reviews aren't there. And, like, he once did this Doctor retrospective thing where, building up to the 50th anniversary, he would go through each of the Doctors, and he was like, if Tennant is all that you got for the 50th anniversary, you're nuts! And, like, you know, and now all that remains as evidence that that once existed is, like, a reference to his 9th Doctor retrospective in one of his videos that was already removed even when I was first watching them, and his second versions of the 10th and the 11th ones, because he redid his 10th Doctor one because he said that he sucked and a whole bunch of people complained, and he redid his 11th Doctor one as soon as his era was over because he found out that Stephen Moffat didn't have anything up his sleeve. Wasn't the War Doctor in the room in the God Complex? Like, why was it the crack? Why not make it the War Doctor? It would have been perfect. The War Doctor was just revealed last episode. I don't know. But anyway, like, I asked He Who Moans on, like, his Nightmare in Silver review, like, can't you just re-upload them, please? He's just like, oh, well, they're on my... He sounded really ticked off that I was even asking him. But, hang on, let me see if I can find the exact conversation. Alright, I found it. So, frick. Here I am. So it says, Stu Bagful, if you're not going to, could you at least tell me why you don't bother to try and re-upload your old videos that got deleted? Because from the ones that are here, I'd very much like to see them, blah blah blah. You can read the rest of that comment if you want. He responded, because I have no idea where most of it is. My room is covered in junk and they're probably on the old hard drive or DVR somewhere. Sorry, I didn't mean to bother you. I was just asking because I like your content. That's a shame. That's why I labeled my hard drives. Thanks for responding. So that sucks. So, they're still out there. They're still out. The missing Stu Bagful episodes still exist, supposedly. I read somewhere that apparently there's this one guy who knows a guy who definitely has 6 Doctor Who missing episodes. He's just not going to hand them into the BBC, because first of all, he doesn't know what the BBC are going to do with them. He doesn't know if they're just going to lock them up and never release them until they need money. Then he won't have them anymore. And plus, like, why doesn't he release them? Just release them as your stuff. What are the BBC gonna do? They can't claim that it's their stuff. They threw it away. They took their only copy of it and they threw it away. Like, if that isn't giving up possession of your content, then I don't know what is. But apparently 6 Doctor Who missing episodes do exist. We just don't know which ones they are. And we don't know if we'll ever actually see them, so they might as well just be missing like any other episode. Yeah, who knows. Maybe one day we'll have, like, machinery that'll be able to get us to even get the Daleks Master Plan Part 7. Okay, I'm down to 41 minutes now, so... That was a good talk. Thank you everyone so much. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like. Someone enjoyed it. If you didn't like, please dislike. Someone didn't enjoy it, leave a comment down below if you liked how I could. This is also get some motivation encouragement. If you didn't like, please comment down below saying why you didn't like it, so I can improve next time. As we won't be able to improve. Just treat it just like as if we're alike. And subscribe so that you know when my next videos comes out. Thanks again so much for watching, and as always, I will see you next time. Still at 7:43. This is why you get a case for it. Bye-bye.